you're doing a Sports Center related podcast for ESPN as part
Yes,
of your
sir.
return. What
Yes,
does that
that's
mean?
right. So this was, part and parcel when we were talking about what else can I do as part of a new relationship outside of the Rich Eisen show. And we have some other podcasts that we do here. No Contest Wrestling started with O'Shea Jackson Jr. and TJ Jefferson, who's on the show with me every day. Overreaction Monday is a podcast that we created off of a segment that Chris Brockman and I do. Susie Schuster and Amy Trask did What the Football, but that's going to take a hiatus this year because Susie is teaching a class at USC at the Annenberg School and the Marshall School there every Tuesday. So that's going to be on hiatus. Jim Jackson does a pod, but I'm just mentioning that we're I'm trying to create more content in this world best I can. And one idea that I had that I was going to do regardless, and now that I'm like back in the fold and I can use Mark's logos and video and clips and music, is a legacy pod. You see the Office cast talking about the Office days, right? About the old Office TV show. I think there's been a legacy pod for also Friends. I saw a legacy pod that's out there for Entourage. And I'm like, if there's nostalgia for 90s, and I'm seeing, again, my 17-year-old, when I pick him up in high school, I'm seeing, are they wearing the same pants I wore back, in the 90s? Like, is it like what's old is becoming new again? And I thought to myself, what is more nostalgia than the sports centers that I was so fortunate to do and be part of that world that began a few years before I got there in 96 and ran through, my tenure there at 2003. And it's up to others to decide when you might give an endpoint of that so-called golden age. But let me interview my old SportsCenter colleagues and insert clips from back in the day, post-produce it in a way, video on a pod, and call it This Was SportsCenter. And they loved it. They're like, when can we do it? And I'm like, let's get this show up and running. And throughout the fall, I'll be recording some of these. And I don't know. I was thinking top of the next year, but it literally took 24 hours after the SportsCenter I did to hear feedback saying, when are you going to do that again? So I don't know when it's going to come out, but it's going to happen. And I think the reaction that I got from my SportsCenter 2 Mondays ago kind of confirmed that there's an audience for something like this.